Chris Sale's pitching. No wonder it's fucking good-ass game.
All right.
The humble Finessors.
Episode 41. Are you ready? Were you ready? I kind of just pulled the trigger on that one.
I know, right? Caught me with my pants down. It's all right.
It's
little nip slip.
we're just over here talking baseball. You know, it's baseball like opening week basically still.
Yeah.
Giants home opener was today.
Yeah.
Basketball playoffs about to start.
Yeah.
It's really ramping up here.
It is.
With sports.
It is. We're gonna turn into full corner and fucking just talking straight sports for podcasts in a minute.
If you're watching YouTube, I got my new bright Giants hat. I just got this bright orange Giants hat just to wear to away games to like really annoy people, because they'll see me like with this bright orange hat with a mohawk and they'll be like, "Look at this fucking douchebag."
It couldn't be any worse than the guy who's in the Miami jersey that's at every fucking game.
I follow him on Facebook.
He's an animal. I love it. But
yeah, he does a little too much.
On a more serious note, though, this guy just almost fucking blew his top. You know what I mean? He's playing it cool right now. He asked me if we could watch the game on mute on the TV, and I was giving him a little shit. I said, "Well, the Giants are down 6-1. Why do we need to watch it?" And he says, "So I fucking have in this fucking rotten world.
All I have is baseball." You know what I mean? That's my escape from life.
And his response was heartbreaking. So I was like, turn TV on, dude.
And he still didn't. It's still not on.
I said grab the remote, man.
All right. Well, I'm going to grab the remote. Then.
Right.
You talk for a moment.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. You know what I mean? So this guy, wallows in his sorrows, you know what I'm saying, and feels sad for himself.
I just want the game on in the background. You know what I mean? It's no big deal.
You could have tilted the TV, too, dude.
Yeah, all right.
That's why it's mounted a little too high.
The TV that's 80 feet in the air?
Yeah,
let's see if I can reach.
Get on the stilts. You need a step stool? You're kind of short, man. Fucking dick.
All right, so we got the baseball on. We got episode 41 rocking. It's ready to go. This should have been a live podcast. This would have been a good one.
This would have been a good one. We could have fucking commentated the fucking Giants game.
I mean, I'm pretty amped up. I'm leaving this week on a trip. Been trying to get everything done.
Right.
So today was the last day I had to get a haircut.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, all right, I got to hurry up and get my haircut this morning. I was rushing because I thought we were going to record earlier, but then we weren't. So I didn't have to rush. So basically what happened was, do you still go to the same barber? Because you rock the baldy.
I go to Pepe, yeah.
You still go to him?
He just lines up my beard, shaves my head bald.
Shout out Jose the barber. I used to go to him all the time. And then I'd go with him or another buddy that used to cut hair in his garage. Right. And I have a mohawk, so it's like, it's not really that difficult.
Right.
You know what I mean? Plus, I'm white, so like, with white people hair, it's like trimming bushes. Like, you don't have to be exact. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like whatever. Like, snip here. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? Plus, it's a mohawk, so it's kind of wild, right? It shouldn't be that difficult.
Okay.
But I made a huge blunder. I would start going. There's a Supercuts right by my house. Right?
What in the fuck, dude?
I knew it.
What are you
doing?
What are you doing, dude?
So every once in a while, I'll go there because it's right there, and I'm just like, I just need to get it cut real quick.
Right.
And like my mohawk's so easy that like I'll trim it a couple times in between haircuts myself just to keep the longevity. You know what I mean?
Cool.
But this is the thing. There's one person there. There's one person to the warning track. They caught it. All right. There's one person there.
This is why we can't fucking do a podcast and watch this shit, dude.
There's a person there that does actually a really, really good job, right?
Right.
The rest, meh. So I go, and she's just like, I keep getting the same lady. God bless her. But it's just like, how do you keep messing up a mohawk? Like, it's just a straight line back, and then at the bottom, you just like edge it off. That's it. Simple. Easy peasy. And every time she has trouble. So like, I'm getting a haircut, and the back was like really long. Like, it's not very long now. So I told her, I was like, she's like, are you still growing it? I was like, no, I don't do like a crazy mohawk. You know what I mean? I just like pomade it. Nah. But so it was kind of long. So I was like, yeah, I want the whole thing trimmed a little bit, whatever, cleaned up.
Right.
So she like cuts most of the back off. Already like, okay. And then she shows me the back. It's like not straight at all. It's like a big V.
Right.
I'm just like, what are you doing? So and then I keep telling her, thinner, please, like thinner mohawk. Like she's keeping like the whole head. So I'm just like getting angry, right?
Right.
I'm trying to be nice. So I'm just telling, like, she'll ask me something. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's fine. Just do whatever. Because I'm just like,
right.
I'm gonna go home and do it myself. Like,
right.
I'm tired of this. Just get me out of this chair. Let me go. So I don't know if she sensed that, because I didn't really show it, but she probably sensed it. And then she
microaggressions, man, they're real.
Yeah. So she had this other lady.
Sensitive fucks.
Yeah, she had this other lady who I've had before, this older Vietnamese lady, come over and take over for her.
Wow.
And, like, clean it up. She was like, can you come check this? Yeah.
That's not very that doesn't like draw much faith into her cutting skills. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Somebody has to come over and touch up her work.
Exactly. And then the older Vietnamese lady, she's all right, but she messed up a few times. Like, so I had not a few times. Sorry, one time, because I'd shaved my head because I was just like, I didn't feel like paying for a haircut, and every once in a while I like to just shave my head and regrow it. Okay. I don't know if that's weird. Feels like a forest fire, like you just clean it up. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. You started new.
Yeah. So I did that, and then I had to go through like the regrowth, which is like the worst period ever. And then I finally grew it back enough where it's like, all right, I can go get my mohawk back. I go in. The her English isn't the best, but she's trying. She's doing better than I can in any other language, so I can't judge her.
Facts.
So then I'm like, oh yeah. So I used to have a mohawk, shaved it off. I'm regrowing my hair, regrowing it.
All right.
And she immediately like goes, the whole back. I'm like, did you shave the back off? She's like, yeah. I was like, I said mohawk. She's like, oh, you said you used to have a mohawk. I was like,
I do.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not just telling fun stories here. Like, I'm not just, and in the 4th grade, I had a bowl cut. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? But I was like, whatever. So then I shaved my head again, had to go through the whole like process again.
Right.
But anyways, the reason I keep trying supercuts, either I have to because it's just like, I know it's terrible. I know. Look, I know.
I'm really I'm going to offer my perspective on this whole situation. In a second.
Okay, well, here, do your perspective now, because I have another offshoot funny story with that. Supercuts. I went to supercuts.
Typically, when somebody says, oh, I used to go to this barber, right? I don't really go there anymore, and then they throw in a dash of, now there's a Supercuts down the street from my house. The story doesn't end well. You know what I mean?
I knew that.
Right, but you ride a thin line. You know what I'm saying? You're down for the...
No, I would still go to Jose, but he's at the shop now, and it's just harder to get to. That's the only reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's always busy. He's always booked.
When I was able to get my hair cut years ago, being the fact that I went bald, I was the same bar.
Say that?
Well, hell, I mean,
I'm just joking.
I'm not really. It's not really like a big thing to me. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm a sexy bald guy. Hello out there, but whatever the case is, I used to go to the same dude for 15 years.
People are loyal to their barber.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there's not much. You don't usually step out on your barber, and when you do step out, it's usually for a step up.
Yeah.
Supercuts is always a level down.
It is
from the bottom tier barbers.
It is.
It's more the cheap guy role. You know what I mean? And
it's not even cheap anymore. That's the bullshit.
Are you gonna do an unveiling? Can we?
Oh, sure.
Can we?
You know what I mean, it's second lady. Let me
look. That's not that fucking shabby.
No, the second lady cleaned it up.
You're not.
Second lady cleaned it up.
You could be a lot worse.
No, second lady cleaned it up.
What kind of tip did you leave him?
$5. I always just do the standard $5.
Oh hell, dude! I would have gave a tip and said next time somebody fucking.
No, well, this is the thing. All right, so
comes in with the mohawk, you don't start shaving off the fucking.
This is the thing, though. In defense of going to Supercuts, I'm all about just time now. Like, time's the most valuable resource. Sure. And I gave up certain luxuries, just because I'm trying to be smarter until I got it. So like, I don't buy. I've always been a sneakerhead, and I hardly ever buy shoes anymore. Right. He just bought a couple pairs of shoes that I wanted.
Less American.
So I'm just like, fuck. Like, I'm getting cheap shoes. I'm getting like Vans and like Nike Roche Runs. Like, you know what I mean?
When you say Vans, it's like a dagger.
No, I like Vans. That's why. But there's only one pair of Vans I actually like, so I have to get like that in every color, like that one style.
Here's a little spin-off funny fact.
Yeah.
So when people are arguing in a circle and they're like, they got some newest J's that came out, or hey, you know what, they have a style of J's that they bought the second time around but 10 years ago or something like that, and they're in a circle and they're debating on who has the best shoes. I usually tuck my shoes to the side because that's the wrong conversation for me.
I used to put my foot up, like, what up?
I can't.
What's good?
I can't. You know what I mean? I can't do that anymore. I always play myself.
No, I don't anymore because, like I said, I'm just trying to save money. So certain luxuries, like going out of my way for a haircut, shoes, you know what I mean? Whatever, like certain luxuries, I just try to cut out. Video games, I like never play video games anymore, even though like I've always been a huge
Red
gamer.
Dead's coming back out, part 2.
So I'm gonna have to.
PS4, bitch. Get your shit right. Get your shit in order.
I know.
You know what somebody told me the other day?
J's too.
They said this podcast doesn't have enough flair. We need some pizzazz. They say that we're fucking basic hoes, bro. Are we out here basic?
Who said that?
You know what? I don't even want to fucking mention names, player Tokes. But we're not out here basic hoeing,
He needs flair. His life needs flair.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Get some flair in your fucking life.
Right. You know what I mean?
Put some ribbons on your fucking life.
Light a torch, bitch. No, but you know what, though? I didn't take real offense to it. I just said, you know what? We do got to step it up a little bit. We need a little bit more energy.
Be a little
we need, you know what I mean?
Sometimes we're not getting money. You know what I mean? Click on those ads.
Right.
You know what I mean? And once we start getting some money, we'll be out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's totally off topic.
Back to the haircut. So like, the reason I still try supercuts though.
Right.
There's one girl there that's excellent. Right. She's really good. She knows, like, the first time I went in and she was there, like, she knows exactly. She's like, oh, so you want this mohawk like this, blah, blah. She did it perfect. Great cut, right?
Right.
But this is the funny part. She's like the only like young, very attractive, like she's bad. She's like the young, attractive girl there, right?
Okay.
And like she would always tell me like, yeah, just make an appointment. Like call in and say you want an appointment with me, blah, blah, blah. But like I can't. Because I'm like, I know all those old broads are going to be judging me. Like, of course he wants the young, hot one. And that's like the only reason. So every time I walk
any
in,
of your concern.
I just don't want them to look at me like that.
What's on your head should be more of your concern.
But I know they're going to be hating like, of course you want the young, hot one. Of course.
Do away with the OGs, player. Go see the young Tinder and get lined up correctly, dog.
Yeah, she's bad.
I like, like I said, I like what they did there.
No, she did the
fade, though. The taper, the fade, however, they need, like...
No, I'm actually going to clean it up myself anyways.
Yeah, they really need to brush up on their tapering and fading skills.
Because it's a mohawk. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's not hard, but I mean, you still... They like, you know, where it's bone dry, and then it fades up. Yeah. I don't see much of a feather fade. I don't see taper there.
There was more... The first lady had more.
Yeah.
But it was like way out here. It was like all the way at the edge of my head. I'm like, a mohawk's supposed to be in more.
Right.
So the second lady just kind of redid it real quick. And it made it a better line. But yeah, it doesn't have the fade. Like I
would have told the lady, here's a tip, stop cutting hair. But she works at Supercuts, so you can't really say that. You know what I mean?
No, that's why I just accepted like, well, it's kind of my bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I have equal share in this fuck up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't have time.
What do they charge those establishments these days?
Like $20.
$20. Yeah. And you don't just go see Pepe.
Because it's difficult to get over there. Where I'm at. Like I can just go right down the street. You know what I mean? I want to.
Realistically, I'm going to be honest. If it isn't just for me and the style of the style that you like, how you like to keep your hair, if it's not a black dude or a young Puerto Rican, or somebody of Latin descent, I probably wouldn't have them cut my hair. You know what I'm saying?
The first girl was she's Mexican.
Yeah,
and actually the one, the young bad one, I think she's Mexican. She's Hispanic, Latina, but I can't remember if she was Mexican or not. But
now here's some controversy. Yeah. I'm sorry for saying this, but I probably wouldn't have a woman cut my hair either. That's just me. Is that controversial? Is that I hope to not offend anyone, but that's just not my. I mean, I think a man's vantage point when cutting probably has more of an idea of what he thinks would be more appropriate for, people, certain people's head styles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I probably just wouldn't. I'm sure there's dope ass females, women that are out there cutting some fucking hair. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think I would probably rather have a man who, has to deal with the same kind of, like when I did have like waves and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew the line to not push your line back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'm not sure if
because I wouldn't know. Right. You know what I mean? Right. If it comes to a young lady.
Right.
3.
Yeah.
All right. Rude interruption. We're back though after a quick little commercial break. Let's
Zippity doo dah. No, I don't mean. If that anyone is offended by me saying I would rather a woman not cut my hair, not.
It's just because you don't feel like they know what to do.
Right. I didn't say that I don't think women should cut men's hair. I said my hair. I wouldn't really feel comfortable with that. But that's neither here nor there.
Nice. That's the same. That's the same idea that gay men use. They say, I don't want a girl sucking, I want a guy sucking my dick because they know it feels good.
All right. No? I guess. You know what?
I don't know.
Here's something off the cusp. Can I tell my story, what happened in Monterey?
Yeah.
Can I share?
Let's jump to Monterey. Let's head down the coast.
Let's head down the coast, get on the one. You know what I mean? Take a nice little scenic route. So I went out to Monterey with the family. We were talking about it on the last podcast. So we were going to go out there. I was going to go to Monterey Bay Aquarium, enjoy some sun and beach with my soon to be 2-year-old and
some seafood
and my girl. Get that too. Some clam chowder bowls or whatnot. And it's a weird story. So, everyone knows I like to eat. I'm a fat guy, right? We're staying at the Intercontinental, which is pretty ritzy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nice place. Nice joint.
I wanted to do well for my family, though. Right? I wanted to put them in the best, let them have the finest, right? So,
Son of a bitch.
We just wasted about 25 minutes of
a whole lot of
a full story of mine. I'm not even going to recant the whole story again.
Let's restart the story. I fucked up, I guess. I swear I clicked play on both of these fucking things, and I don't know. But anyways,
doesn't matter. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the last. I don't even care.
Let me run through it real quick. All right, so
I apologize.
If a woman cuts your hair, you want someone with the male perspective to know where to line up a hair.
I don't mean that women shouldn't cut men's hair.
Exactly. And I said, well, that's the same way of thinking as like a gay man saying, well, I want a guy to suck my dick because guys know how to do it better. And then he said, yeah, you're right. That's why I get my dick sucked by men. I said, okay. And then we moved along to the next topic.
That's not at all what I said. But that's fine too. We could just go into some flamboyant story that's fucking.
So then we talked
has nothing to do with me, but that's cool.
And then we talked about Monterey, right? He went to Monterey.
What's Monterey?
Cannery Row. Talked about a book I've never read.
It's
beautiful Monterey.
It's called Cannery Row.
Beautiful Monterey.
Right.
And you were there with your family.
I was there with my family.
Let's just pick it up there.
Okay, let's pick it up there. We stayed at the Ritzy Titsy spot on the water down the street from Monterey Bay Aquarium. So once we parked our car, it's great. It's the nightlife. It's like it's the gas lamp district of Monterey, but like compared to San Diego. Right, they got their pizza houses, they got their breweries, they got shit like that.
Yeah. Shops,
sure,
beautiful place.
Yeah, it's upscale to say the least. They got their wine tastings, 5 on every corner. You know what I mean? If you're into that type of shit, whatever the case is. Back to the story that I had told, and this will be my second time saying it. Actually, this will be my 5th time saying it because I had to pick people's brains about this. So this is also a question to our listeners.
You should be well versed in telling the story again, so no biggie.
Yeah, no biggie. I thought I was going pretty well.
It was going well.
Come to find out, we weren't recording.
Well. Yeah,
but that's neither here nor there.
You had sort of told me the story at the little birthday party we attended.
Yeah, a little bit.
But there were some details I didn't know. Yeah. So let's get into it.
All right. So We went and ate dinner at some little restaurant, that was in walking distance or whatever. And, like as I pointed out, I'm fat. Man, boobs need to be fed. I like to eat. Okay. So going back to the hotel, mind you, I'm a weed smoker. I'm higher than a fucking giraffe's ass. Right. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go into this restaurant where we're staying and, get a couple bowls of clam chowder. So I go inside.
Just to hold you over for the rest of the night, right?
Sure. A good little way to rock me to sleep, right? A couple bowls of clam chowder.
Yeah.
So I go into the restaurant. I asked the hostess, hey, is it okay if I just order some food from the bar? Because I'm going to go back up to my room. She's like, yeah, it's fine. I go up to the bar. Really cool gentleman. He helps me out. He puts my order in. We talk baseball, whatever we talk about. And then I go to a little corner because I don't want to take him away from other paying customers that are buying drinks or whatever. They
you want to get out of the way.
Right. There's a whole bunch of old 50-year-old winos in there and shit. So whatever, I get out of the way. I have a nice young lady walk up and ask me if I'd already been helped. I explained to her I did. She's like, okay, cool. Thanks. See you later. All right. Peace. So another gentleman walks up who's also part of the hotel or the restaurant. And he asks me the same thing. Hey, have you been helped already? I'm like, yeah, I've been helped. And you know what?
This guy was like guest services,
I think he was
official.
I think he may have been like assistant manager or manager of
he's like suited up.
Right. He's suited up. So like, I'm not really worried about it I'm taking into consideration, this is, I'm in an area that's more progressive, you know what I mean? And people are a little bit more, they try to be more welcoming of, minorities, you know what I mean? Because it's, like I said, it's a progressive area. It's fucking Monterey, you know what I mean? They try. Anyways. Right. Anyway, so
sometimes that makes things more awkward.
And I'm an awkward dude. You know what I mean? It's like a magnet. You know what I mean? I attract awkward people. You know what I mean? Conversations. Also, weed kind of puts that barrier up where you're a little awkward. You're not, but you are. You have this weird face. But whatever the case is. So the guy walks up. He asks me the same thing. I tell him, yeah, I've already been helped. Thanks. Right. And he leans in and he's like, hey man, are you hungry? And I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'm famished. I'm fucking starving, right? So he's just like, oh wow. So he starts making his way to the bar.
So he was just like, you fat fucking fuck.
Right.
You must be hungry, you fat so fuck.
Yeah, I kind of took that in and I didn't want to think that, he was being that offensive. So I was just like, all right, whatever,
You hungry, you fat fuck?
Right. As he's walking to the bar, I'm like, yeah. I already ordered, man. Right? Because I'm just waiting on my 2 fucking bowls of clam chowder so I can hightail it back upstairs. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, cool. Turns around and he leans in and he says, I was gonna buy you dinner, right? And the first thought that came to mind was one. I'm a sexy dude. He's hitting on me. It's obvious he's hitting on me, right? I'm a cisgendered male, right?
He's trying to pick. He's on Cannery Row,
right?
Feeling himself,
right? Well,
he's having a good time,
right?
He'd like to take some hot man cheeks up to his room.
Who knows what he wants from me? Who knows what he wants? But I'm not here to.
You fat fuck.
Yeah. Maybe fat. He likes fat. I'm not in here to play that game. So, I'm a straight male. So that's the first thing that came to mind. The second thing that came to mind was I just racially profiled? Right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, just from quick glance, I was the only younger black guy in the restaurant. Yeah. Whatever though. I'm never that guy. I'm not that guy who gets offended and takes it to that
You don't
extent.
just jump to that.
Right. Because that's horse shit. Right. So whatever the case is, I'm like, okay, cool. But then the third part that hopped in my mind, and I couldn't shake this, was maybe he thought I was a riffraff. He thought I was a bum and I just came off the streets looking for a meal with a sad, awkward face.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he thought he had to buy my meal because I was in need of it, right?
Yeah. He might have thought you were a transient hanging around.
Right. You know, and you know, he may have needed to call the fuzz after I said, yeah, I need that meal purchased by you, right? Mm-hmm. So I asked a few people, asked a few of my buddies. This is the first time fucking Sco's heard the story. Yeah. But I asked one of my buddies.
I just heard it moments ago.
Actually, yeah.
And I heard it the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't get all these details though. All these sordid details.
It's weird.
It's changing. It's changed the way I thought about it. Yeah.
But like, I asked someone who worked at numerous restaurants, and he told me, he said, well, if that guy seen you and you seemed like you were a little upset that, you know, your meal wasn't coming out fast enough, then maybe he was just trying to comp you your meal. That sounds that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
But not the way he worded it though.
That's what I'm saying.
See, I didn't hear that part when I heard this story the other day. When we're hanging out at the park like a bunch of fucking hoodlums,
right?
And I was hearing this story like
for kids' birthday parties, we look like
hoodlums, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Sure.
We look like upstanding.
We do.
Great citizens,
right?
Yeah. When I heard the story, it was Tokes. He just came up to me and said, oh, what would you do if the managers came up and wanted to comp your meal? That's how he said it. That's a totally different situation. And I was like, well, I'd be suspicious. I need to know why all this stuff.
Thank you. No one would give me the I'd be suspicious answer.
Yeah.
They were just like, get the free meal, bro. And I'm like, what in turn do I have to do? Is he going to fucking try and club me and scrape me around the corner, dude? Like, what the fuck, right? So, I asked a few opinions. The best one I got, and this is for our listeners too, because if you guys ever do like to go on Facebook and ever look at anything, you know, that is a waste of your time, you could easily waste your time on the, you know, Humble Finessors Facebook page, Instagram, you know, whatever. You can even leave a comment on this on his Instagram. But the one thing that I got from one of the people I asked, they said, the right response would have been, that would be great. I'll take the rock crab with the steak. And can you have that brought up to 494, which was the room that I was staying in?
Yeah.
That was a perfect response.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm usually quick, but I couldn't come with it.
Yeah.
It threw me off.
It would throw me off too. I'd be like, huh?
Yeah, right?
Like,
but so you would think that he thought you were unable to buy your meal.
The way you said he worded it,
right?
Yes,
that's exactly how he said it.
I don't see any other possibility. You know what I mean? Like when I heard the story the other time, it was different. So I thought, oh, maybe it was like it was taking too long. So whatever. And when I first heard the story, I thought you were seated. I thought you were already at the table, seated, waiting for your meal. I didn't know you had just ordered at the bar and you were standing around waiting.
Well, standing,
because that changes everything.
Yeah.
Because they might have thought you were just some transient hanging around.
Right.
Some beggar.
Right.
You know?
It's 9:30.
The California coast is not, you know, without its beggars. You know what I mean?
I mean, you see, they travel south and then they move back up north. It's like they follow the weather patterns and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, but it was a little weird. It threw me off. I didn't know how to take it.
I would too.
You know, I really wanted to go and pick his brain after that though and ask him like, does my appearance give you the impression that I couldn't buy my meal, or were you just trying to do me a solid?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was I supposed to pick up the W and took the L home?
Yeah.
Or were you know what I mean? Like,
because this is the thing is I don't see any reason why he would comp your meal if he didn't think you were like a transient.
Right. And I mean, the other thing is
how long were you waiting? Just a few minutes?
Dude, it was like 10 minutes.
Okay.
It wasn't even that. I wasn't bothered at all.
I'm thinking maybe that first girl, when she asked you, went and got him. Like, oh, there's a guy hanging around the bar.
See, the thing is she came from the hotel side to the restaurant and walked through the back restaurant doors. Mm-hmm. Then he came from the same end.
Yeah.
And they didn't have like the earbuds and shit. You know what I mean? So they weren't communicating.
Called to the front or something, and he was near the front. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's possible. I that would have been my first thought, but
So if that's the case, then they probably thought in their minds that I wasn't staying there.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because like I said, it's ritzy tits. It's not fucking. You're running a mill fucking Hotel 5 and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that like. If this is the moral of the story that I came up with. If I was supposed to run away with that W, right? I kind of fucked myself on that, right? Yeah. But being who I am and the skin tone I have, the first instinct was to be offended, right? To think this motherfucker thinks I can't pay for my meal because I'm black, or because I look like. Off first impressions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he thinks I'm just some washed up dude that just strolled in to get a meal. Yeah. Right? That could have been completely wrong. Right? Yeah. But this is how bad racism and prejudice people make the system, right? Because even if that person didn't have that in mind at all, mm-hmm. and all he was trying to do was really trying to make up for the blunder of the restaurant, which there wasn't, but he didn't know that. Yeah. Right? Yeah. My first instinct was to be offended. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I think I would have been too, to be honest.
Right. But like, if he meant that in a genuine way, just to pretty much cover the restaurant's ass, because like, I don't often have the chipper smiley face, right? I usually have a little, a little scowl, you know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe that impression I gave him made it like, oh shit, we need to play cleanup. You know what I mean? Before we have,
it's not like you're stomping around,
that's
growling
true.
At people.
That's true, but like I'm just trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird though that in this day and age, when someone that is white may be trying to just throw someone a W that's a mixed race, a minority or whatever, mm-hmm. they'll be offended first without knowing what the person's intentions actually were. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
Some people will instantly be dead set on that. Right. They don't just put it in the wheel of possibilities. It's just like, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And sometimes it's not. A lot of times it is, though.
Yeah, it is.
But it's still, you got to think of the other possibilities.
Right. Right. So I walked away holding the L that day. That's how that evening. That's how I felt. I walked away with an L. Yeah. Didn't hurt me too much, but it just really boggled my mind.
Did they see you like walk up to your room? Did they see you like?
I'm sure they did afterwards. The crazy thing about it is that's why that response of I'd like this steak and lobster tail would have been send it up to 494. Yeah. It would have been perfect because they would have been like, oh shit.
It would have kind of called their bluff.
Right. If it was. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or if he would have been like, oh, damn, dude, you're staying here? Let's pull that back, dude. You get a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'd have been like...
Then you could play the card just to get that higher meal. You know what I mean? Oh, whoa, now I just get a cheeseburger? Because before you thought I was this, that,
Yeah. No, it's, it was a little weird. I think I overcame it the right way, though. I didn't. Mm-hmm. Because there was a part of me that wanted to be like, you fucking son of a bitch. Yeah. I was ready to buy an $80 steak just because off first impressions, I thought that he thought that I couldn't buy my own meal. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was just going to one-up him. Yeah. Yeah. Tell him, no, I don't need your meal. And then go back to the bar and order the steak I didn't really need. I'm fat, I would have ate it. I have a problem. You know what I'm saying? I have a problem, as we all do. We all have our vices.
You need a steak, you fatso.
Right. You just can't get me high and take me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And not one, I fucking order the whole menu and shit. But I was trying to be sensible. We had this is my second dinner. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really need to fucking.
Yeah. No, I don't know. To be honest, I probably would have been offended. Right. The thing is, even as a white guy, it happens to me just based on like style and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like
First impressions are a motherfucker.
Yeah, like I was just talking about it today. Much love to everyone at YouTube because there was a shooting today.
Right.
And I was talking to some people about it earlier because they're talking about, well, I guess it was inside. So I'm like, well, you got to badge into the buildings and stuff because I worked there for a couple years. So I was like, yeah, you got to badge into the buildings. Like getting in would be a little difficult if you didn't have a badge. It's possible, but it would be harder to get in. So I was like, if they're inside, they probably had a badge. Like, just throwing out. It's just
randoms.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
We don't know
hypotheticals. I don't know the story.
Scope of it yet.
Yeah. So and then I was saying how like even when I worked there, like they would just look me up and down, like, "What are you doing coming in this door?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like I was nothing like all the other techies.
Right.
And then for a good portion of the job, like the good like first 6 months, we did like half warehouse work, half office work. Okay. So like we'd be dressed like warehouse work. You know what I mean? Because we did that all morning before we got to the office.
Right. You're not going to show up in Dockers and fucking...
Yeah, just, everyone else gets to be pretty. But
bow tie.
We'd be kind of a little more grimy. So we show up and they'd just be looking at us like, the fuck you doing? Trying to get this free food. So we were used to it then. And then like, my mom's lived in the same house for like over 25 years now. And I've been there like most of that time. So like, it's the family house. Like, we've been there decades. And, like, one day, some new neighbors moved in next door to the old house that used to have an old lady that my stepfather took care of all her gardening, the pool, did all that.
Great man.
Just to look out for her just because she was an elderly woman, right? So, like, we're familiar. Like, I know the whole inside of your house that you just moved into.
Right.
I used to go swimming over there all the time.
Right.
Skinny
dipping.
Yeah, because basically my stepdad would
dudes.
Nah, that's not.
You did.
It's not true.
Okay.
But yeah, because my stepdad took care of all that stuff. She was just like, you guys can swim whenever you want. She had a swimming pool, So it was cool. And so these people moved in, and one day I was sitting outside. I hadn't met them or seen them yet or anything. I was sitting outside. I think I was waiting for food. I must have ordered DoorDash.
Right.
Or something. I don't know. I ordered food, something like that. So I'm waiting outside. And the guy walks over to our house where I'm sitting outside and is like, "Can I help you?" I'm just like, "Can I help you? Like, who the fuck are you?" Like, you know what I mean? And so then, an awkward exchange began. Like, yeah, lived here a long time, my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've had to deal with that stuff too.
You didn't have your white card on you? You just say, you know what?
I know, I should have been like,
"Here's my white card.
Under these tattoos, there's plenty of white skin. Like, I don't know
Here's my white card. Now you step away, sir, before I call the police."
Yeah, because I mean, that neighborhood, it's a nice neighborhood. Like, it's a good neighborhood. It's always been a good neighborhood. But it's even becoming even more gentrified where, like, I noticed before, it would be like, it was a nice neighborhood, but they were like kind of like you said, like liberal, Californian, hippie kind of white people that had enough money to live a nice middle class. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like an upper class neighborhood, but it's just a nice middle class neighborhood.
It's nice.
It's like, because my stepdad got it in the 70s, the house. Right. Otherwise, we would never be able to afford it. But like, he got it in the 70s when it was just like it was like an entry level middle class neighborhood.
It was probably an up and coming. Yeah,
exactly. And then the area grew. It became nicer and nicer. It's a great place. We're lucky to have it.
Sure.
But now it's like these people from all over the world. You know what I mean? That guy, I think he's like from the UK or something, right? And it's like they're from all over the world, and then they're checking me. Like, how did
that exchange end? Did you explain to him that I live here, sir?
I was like,
get off our property.
Yeah, he's like, I don't remember exactly the words said, but he was basically like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I live here." Like,
and
you know what I mean? He's like, "Oh, I didn't meet you yet." Blah blah. He tried to play it off. I'm just like, okay.
Maybe he thought though that maybe see off first impressions, I would have roasted him, right? But maybe he was trying to do your family a solid because he thought somebody was getting ready to break into their...
That makes sense. But it was like his first week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he doesn't know faces.
Exactly. Like get to know the neighborhood first before that. If I showed up, he's been there 9 months and I show up, all of a sudden I'm hanging out outside.
Right.
Sure. But it was like he just moved in. Like, yeah, excuse you.
That's a little
you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's a little weird.
And even yesterday I went to drop off. I had 2 packages, and I was going to the post office to drop them off. I walked outside my house, and there was like some older gentleman, like jogging or walking, doing his little exercise.
Sure.
He walked by and like looked at me walking down the driveway holding 2 packages. I was like,
You're a
this
FedEx
guy.
thief.
I was like, this guy definitely thinks I'm stealing. These
Yeah,
packages.
you're out here stealing UPS packages, player.
I literally put him in the car and went back in the house.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, just
Cover
so he'd
your
know.
ass.
Just so he'd know. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get pulled over on the way to the post office.
Right, and have to
Are you
explain.
the guy? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Even though they would have felt really dumb because it had the return address on there. You know what I mean? So it's like, it would have pretty much painted the picture for them.
Yeah, but it just would have been an annoying thing.
But,
and the guy probably would have never known.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he would have saw me again
Right.
coming out with packages a few weeks down the road. Like, oh, he's at it again.
Yeah, I got him now. Honey, call 911
Yeah.
from the blinds.
Yeah.
Peeking through.
Yeah. So being judged like
you would
that.
have went from a white dude to a fucking what is it, a light skinned Puerto Rican or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you would have been of Latin descent for sure. You know what I mean? Like
it's fucking Canelo.
yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
but I mean,
right.
yeah.
God damn it, dude! You hit that's spot
Fucking
on.
Canelo, by the way. Fucking ass, man. I
Damn,
was
that's
so
a,
looking
that's a
forward to
perfect
that.
segue, player.
I was so looking forward to that.
You fucking set that up.
Oh, but let me wrap up the other thing.
Okay.
Being judged like that sucks, right?
It does.
So as especially for black people, it's worse than. I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying it's annoying. And normally I would like be like, what the fuck? But he's the neighbor, so it's like I'm not trying to like amp it up, right? Because like otherwise I have no problem escalating. No problem. I was just escalating with this other guy 2 nights ago. This fucking guy. He like pointed at me like, "Oh, can you move your car up so I can pull in?" And I was already trying to, and he like got like this. I was like, "Yeah, but don't ever put your finger in my face, right?" So I have no problem escalating, but that not with the neighbor though, because I don't want to like beef with neighbors. You know what I mean? That's not a good way. So I just kind of looked at him like, and he knew. He instantly was like, "Oh, I'm a dick," and I was like,
yeah. You don't put fingers in people's face.
I'm the white Canelo.
Yeah, you are Canelo.
That fucking sucks, man.
No Triple G fight then.
Yeah, if anyone knows, he failed 2 tests, right?
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that so much, man.
That really fucking chaps my hide, dude. I had high hopes for Canelo.
Yeah, me too. He's been my favorite fighter other than Mayweather. So.
I think he's the future of boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For his specific weight class.
Yeah.
But this really, really just puts a blemish on him.
Not a good look at all.
If they caught him this time, it's very possible he slipped into the radar last time.
Yeah.
And he's been juicing for however long, dude. You don't get popped once and not have been on cycles. You know what I mean? Like typically people that are on the juice, right? They cycle on and then they cycle off. But it's a process to cycle off, and you can still be popped from it.
Yeah.
This is just from what I've heard of and read of numerous situations with people fucking that do the shit, right?
I'm just bummed out.
Yeah, it's sad.
I mean, like to me, the details don't even fucking matter. It just sucks.
Yeah,
just fucking sucks.
It's sad. It's really sad. But we're here now. You know, I'm hoping our boy will come out of retirement and just fight Triple G. Why not?
Mayweather?
No, he'd never do that.
I was like, wait, what?
He'd never.
Andre Ward?
Yeah.
Isn't Andre Ward like significantly bigger? Am I tripping?
Is he?
I thought he was at least like 20 pounds at their normal fighting weight. But I thought isn't he too?
I thought he was 170. Wasn't it a 170 fight? Both of them 170?
I guess so. I mean, Triple G is big, but I'll do some research. I'll double check.
Check it right now. I thought
Andre Ward was even considering moving up to like light heavyweight or something. I thought he was getting up there.
It might be. I mean, fuck, dude. It might be a 10 or 20 pound. You might be right. I'm not sure. But
it would be nice for Andre Ward to fight again.
I would love to see it. You know what I mean? But you know, he I think he kind of is done with the whole crooked boxing thing. You know what I mean? The stigma of boxing.
Yeah. All right, we back.
Are we back?
All right, we're back. All right. Yeah, no, we just looked it up, and it's about 2 weight classes. So I mean, it's possible, but
yeah, 20 pounds, I guess.
I don't think Andre Ward at his age would want to cut weight that much.
No, that's a
unless Triple G could go up, but I mean, Andre Ward is still pretty much taller than him.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, that would he'd be probably outclassed in that fight.
But it sucks because like same thing with the UFC. Like, there's gonna be a personality problem.
Yeah,
because Canelo was kind of like one of the last stars. Like him and Triple G were like the last 2 stars. Pacquiao's fighting some bum.
He was fighting Pacquiao's getting ready to fight for a belt.
That's what I'm saying. He's fighting some bum for some bum ass belt.
I respect it though. Go get your belt. Go get your belt, player.
Fucking bum.
I'm not gonna go full fledged hater. Go get your belt.
I am.
On another note, more gossip news.
Yeah, we love that here.
So, Fabolous. Well.
Let's just leave that in.
Yeah, my son's in there crying.
Ah, man, Fabolous.
Fabolous beat up Emily B.
Bunch of stories that just bummed me out lately.
Yeah, it's just
a lot of people I admire going down.
Yeah. I held him in high regards. I would never have thought that he would be the dude that beats up his
he
wife.
plays the cool as fuck.
Well, that's not even his wife.
Basically.
It's a 7-year living in marital
baby
law.
Mama.
Right? Yeah. Right.
But I mean, he plays the cool, laid back guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Player, like.
Right.
And then, man.
Off first impression, I was like, oh, dude, it has to be strictly about something that she did. You know what I mean? And this is just coming from a piece of shit's point of view.
Yeah.
This is my point of view again. But the crazy thing about it is from what I've heard. Now, these aren't fucking facts. I don't know the real story behind it. But I heard he knocked her 2 front teeth out, dude.
That's what they said, but I didn't see any like pictures or evidence of that. So just to throw on the phone. I'm not like just completely saying he didn't do it. Like,
right. Domestic abuse is domestic abuse.
Yeah,
I don't care if you push her to the ground, dude.
Yeah.
It's still domestic abuse. You know what I'm saying? But so the story I got was she followed him to LA for whatever reason.
All-Star weekend or something?
Right. He found out she was in LA.
Oh, okay.
And flipped out.
I did hear something like that, yeah.
I guess he got physical with her. Mind you, if a dude's ever gotten physical with a woman that he's been involved with for that many years and has that many kids with, this isn't the first time. He's probably beat the shit out of her numerous times.
Yeah. It doesn't just happen.
It doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
So what I heard was he knocked her teeth out. She was in fear on the plane. I guess they flew home together. On the plane, she called her father and I guess her brother to go by the house and pick up Fab's weapons because he has guns.
I'd heard that, but I didn't know they were like flying back when she did that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So they went in there, grabbed all his weapons. You know what I'm saying? And then Fab found out that they took all his weapons.
Yeah.
And that's when shit really hit the fan.
Yeah.
I'm naive. I don't think a dude of that stature would kill his BM that's plastered all over U.S. weeklies and fucking all over TV. And, she did a couple things on Real
Love and Hip Hop.
Whatever. But I don't think he would go to that extent. But then I also didn't think that he would ever be the type of dude who'd beat the shit out of a woman.
Yeah. I mean, because crazier shit has happened. You know what I mean? There's other celebrities, OJ and shit. That's like the biggest one.
Sure.
But there's other ones where there's people you never expect to do some wild shit because, when you're enraged or you're emotionally enraged, hurt, whatever.
Yeah.
You might not be thinking straight, especially if he has a history of this. Which it's just so strange to even be talking about it regarding Fabolous because he does not come across that way.
No.
You would think he would be the opposite. Like, he'd be like, all right, well, go ahead, go along, go ahead, get out of here.
Yeah.
That's the way his character is, right?
That's persona.
That's
sure.
That's what's so weird about this story.
Yeah, no,
so
but
weird.
it's like, then I seen the video that they had. Too. And when he was talking to, I guess, who Emily B's father, and he's calling him all kinds of pieces of shit, and he's saying he has a bullet for him.
Yeah.
And then he starts charging at her. I immediately was like, oh, that dude beats her ass.
Yeah.
Like, he fucks her up, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like...
Well, let me say, to be fair, the video is not enough to be like...
It's not conclusive.
It's just an argument.
Right.
But if that plus knocking out her teeth, obviously, that's conclusive enough.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, like I said, I don't have the facts or anything like that, but just the way he charged at her.
Yeah.
And was like, bitch, you got these niggas in my house.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that type of aggression from a dude towards a chick, and I've you know what I mean. Also, in how a man speaks to, you know what I mean, his better half, and just, you know what I'm saying, in whatever, you know, form or fashion that isn't positive.
Yeah,
and I'd have to say he beats the fucking Lord the spit out.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, seeing that, I believe it now. But like I said, that's not enough to prosecute.
It's not.
But it is enough to, in the public perception, he's done. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Man.
Yeah, I mean, Chris,
because we've all had arguments,
right?
But the thing is, you know, I was thinking about this. Like, even when I've had arguments with girls, like, I don't remember ever cussing a girl out to her. Like, I may be cussing about the situation,
sure,
but I've. Unless I'm wrong, any of you exes want to hop in here.
Facebook.
But, yeah, I don't remember ever. I don't remember ever being like, "Fuck you, bitch, you bitch."
Right.
Like, even at my worst, I don't really remember calling a girl a bitch. Like,
right.
I would, you know, because it's like at the end of the day, I still have love for that girl,
right,
or whatever. So I may be mad at the situation. Like, I'll be cussing in general,
right?
But like going at the girl, like calling her names and cussing her. I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, I've you know, I'm not squeaky clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I've had
some people
dickhead moments.
Right. Some people have tarnished records, you know what I'm saying? But, you know,
I'm not saying I was right. I'm saying I was still a dickhead, but at least I don't think I ever crossed that line.
Right. Right.
No, I would never even consider ever physical violence isn't even on the list of options.
Yeah.
Like, it's never even been close.
Yeah.
I've never even considered like, oh, just cock back. Nothing.
But it's just weird though to me too, dude, to have to be playing with that type of, like, we don't know big money problems, but they're not broke. The establishment that they were in front of in the video, that's not a poor person's home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not at all.
Like, when you have that kind of money mixed with that kind of star power, I would think their problems are different. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, they're not similar to, like, me and you wouldn't be able to relate to those. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but see, when it comes to that though, it's almost like it makes me, in probably just a naive way, think like, well, why would you even do that? You could just go to another big house with another big-breasted, big-assed woman.
Sure, that you pay for.
Yeah, like,
in full.
So, but I mean, when you're in that position, you know, it's not always that easy because you're used to that shit.
Right.
So it's like, doesn't matter. Like, this is my baby mama, like, whatever.
Needless to say, their star-studded relationship isn't that star-studded. It's filled with, it's filled with Rihanna black eyes, I guess.
Yeah. It's had like ups and downs for years though.
But no, though, with the whole thing with Chris Brown, he made a leaping comeback. He came back stronger.
He did.
After the controversy.
But that's because there was no like history of it at that point. It came out of nowhere. Where now with Fabolous, I mean, there was no history that we knew of, but things are coming out. So that track record, that's harder to beat. Like, a track record is harder to beat than one isolated incident. Because people will give you a pass.
Lord knows there better not be produced, like, photos better not come from this. Because if there are photos of her missing teeth, Jesus.
No, that was Chris Brown's hardest. His biggest hurdle was that picture of Rihanna.
Right. Yeah, that was. But
because a lot of people will say it's like misogynistic or it's men being men, but like a lot of people defended him just by saying like, well, what did she say? Like, where did, you know? And even Bill Burr had a hilarious bit about it. Like, an ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the sky.
It doesn't.
You know what I mean? So it's
it doesn't.
But I mean,
but it can't be spurred off throwing a Lamborghini key down the fucking block either.
No, but his point was like, his point of that bit was like, examine the whole thing. Don't just, yes, Chris Brown did something terrible and disgusting,
right?
But at the same time, examine the whole reason of how they got there,
right?
Just for the knowledge, you know what I mean? So down the road, because even this, you know, like you got to know it doesn't just happen like that. So obviously there's a history of something, and I'm not saying it was Emily B, right?
Right.
I'm not saying it was her fault. It might have been him amping that shit up the whole time.
Right. Now this is also like something that comes into picture with those type of situations that I always counter in. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about this before, right? But dudes cheat. Recent enough, Fabolous was smeared through the tabloids that he was doing dirt, right? Cheating on Emily B with whomever, whatever, right? Fine, whatever. A lot of rage that comes from men who do dirt are because their conscience is eating at them because they're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And in turn, they deflect that on their spouse.
Definitely.
Because
it's also the embarrassment.
Right. But this is why I've always been the person like, you know, don't call that's like the pot calling the kettle black. Don't use that. You know what I mean? Because like if you're doing dirt, don't be shocked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you find out, you know, your better half's out sucking cocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Live with it, learn from it.
Yeah.
If you need to break away from that, I mean, it's your baby mom. It's probably best that you didn't for the children's sake. Yeah. But if that's what it is, let it be. But don't be stirred with emotion to the point where you have to beat a chick up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel played.
Yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Right. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I think.
That's the thing is like, this is just hypothetical.
Right.
I don't know
we're just shooting the shit right now.
But like, there's plenty of people I know, shitty people that they'll do a shitty act.
You know a lot of shitty people. Huh?
I do. Some of them are watching right now. No, there's people who will do some terrible fucking act, and then when they get called on it, then they get enraged.
Right.
Because it's like the embarrassment. They don't want to be called out on it. They don't want to be put on blast. Right, they don't want to be exposed for who they really are.
Right.
And then that's when they take off. You know what I mean? So I could definitely see that as a possibility. Like, you know, she was like, well, you're doing this, so I'm in LA, and then maybe clowned him in front of her girlfriends or something.
Sure.
And he couldn't take being exposed for doing dirt and being shady and doing shitty things. So, especially
especially on that platform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I think.
And you took her from where she was with you. Yeah. She enjoyed this, what is the Aladdin, the carpet ride with you.
Yeah.
Right? And now, you know.
This is the thing, though. The one thing that doesn't add up in the story to me is apparently she had her teeth knocked out like a couple months ago.
Really?
That's what I thought. I could be wrong. But I thought it was before that video.
Damn.
So like...
Oh, so he's been beating her ass for years.
But I'm saying if you got your teeth knocked out, why are you going to All-Star Weekend or whatever?
Why are you hunting this man down?
Yeah, like...
He's obviously proven he's a heathen. Leave him be.
Yeah, no, I mean... you know? No, but it's hard to leave an abuser. So I'm not saying it in that way. I'm just saying if you're missing like teeth and shit, like from getting beat up, as a girl especially... Why would you be at All-Star Weekend, like, having fun? Like, I'd be in the house for months.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even within it. And that's no excuse.
I don't mean leave him, like, in the literal. I mean, like, leave that motherfucker to his dirt.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to go party in Jersey, leave him to L.A. to go enjoy himself. Because
it would just be weird to me that she would be
lightning will strike twice, and you might get those same teeth that you got replaced knocked out again.
It's just, it would just be weird. But, I mean, that's not to give him a pass at all.
Right.
Like, that's, you know what I mean?
Not at all.
It does suck personally just because I like Fabolous. I like his music.
Yeah.
His mixtape run has been fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's weird because his music is completely opposite of this.
Yeah, but he's got like longevity.
Yeah.
He's got like, what, 10 years
He'll just
strong
drop a couple
career.
mixtapes every once in a while and they're fire.
Fire.
And it's like,
Yeah.
and he doesn't, his whole persona is completely opposite of an abuser.
Yeah.
You would think his whole persona is like, well, I don't care, get out of here then, leave.
Yeah.
That's his whole persona. Like, he's never even had an angry record.
That's true.
Like, he has never scared Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Like, angry record. No DMX, where the hood at.
Yeah.
He's never had a record like that, even though he's gone through every era of the last 15 plus years.
And that shit he just put out with Jada Kiss, the Jason and Freddie.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is
hard.
fire.
Yeah. Dude,
fire.
Summertime Shootout mixtapes.
But you know what now?
Soul tapes.
You know what? I'm gonna have to retire Fabolous music. You're
sucks,
a
man.
domestic beater. I can't play you and
Seriously.
feel amped about it. Jesus Christ, man! You're out here knocking chicks' teeth out.
Dude,
no,
like
we don't know. We don't know. We're just fucking like I said.
No,
we're
I mean we don't know. It's such a fucked up situation though. Like, just to be selfish and talk about ourselves and our feelings, but like it sucks when even if you know someone personally, you find out to hit the girl. I'm just like, yeah, I can't fuck with you, friend. Sorry, like I know we have a history and that's cool, but that's too far over the line.
That's completely,
That's like if I find out someone like stomped the head of a kitten, like, yeah, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
like you're fucking
not
a disgusting person.
Yeah, and like as you said though too, dude, we don't know the full realm of it.
I'm
like,
totally for the analysis of it.
And I like just speaking for personal experience, I've been in fucking, shit done got physical.
Yeah.
Right? Not physical enough to not be able to make our way back from that and learn from that. But I've been in physical situations, you know what I'm saying? That, were learning experiences and things that were to not be repeated. Yeah. Right? You know what I mean? But domestic violence is a big no. Yeah. And that's just I don't really have too much respect for people that
I've never
on both ends though, on both ends, whether it's man on man, woman on woman, woman on man. I'm just not.
See, I don't care about women on man because
no,
it doesn't bother me.
But this is the thing, though. See, this is the only reason why I have to be clear in saying that I don't like domestic violence as a whole, women on man, also is because I'm from the 80s, baby, early, right? I was taught to a certain extent. If you're a woman, you handle yourself with grace. You handle yourself with, a certain way about you where you're not putting yourself too much in harm's way unless you're just dealing with a piece of shit.
You want a woman to act ladylike. Right.
But the minute the gloves come off,
carry yourself in a higher standard.
And things get physical, there's only so much a man can do.
Yeah.
I've heard war stories where the man didn't even put his hands on the woman and went to jail for domestic violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd say earn one. You know what I mean? If I'm going to jail, you're going to earn a few. You're not going to just send me to the fucking to the boot camp to the what is it the chain and ball without filling a few. You're not going to. I mean, that's just I'm joking.
As far as the women,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As far as the women on man, I was joking. That's like to me. If I've seen that, like I've seen a girl, like of course they can't punch. Fucking, no, I'm just kidding. Ronda Rousey proved me wrong, right? Even though she's terrible. Anyways, Holly Holmes. I like Holly Holmes. No, but they were like, I'll see shit like that, and I'm just like, I lose all respect for her right there. I'm like, oh, well, you're immature as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Even girls that want to fight or fight other women, like, it's like one of the most unattractive things ever.
Yeah.
Like, there's barely anything that's less attractive to me than a girl trying to fight. You know what I mean? I'm just like, please, you're above that. You're better than that. Don't be barbaric. It's a barbaric act.
Right.
You're be a barbarian. Yeah, like you're more civilized than that. You're supposed to be like, I feel like women are like the gold standard is like civility. You know what I mean?
They're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
But oftentimes, you know what I'm saying, there are situations that arise where if it was handled more appropriate by both parties. Yeah. But the live wire is the woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she lights that fuse, and then this dude.
Oh yeah, I've seen that plenty of times.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that's for every situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking about putting hands on women.
I'm joking too about punches and shit.
Very serious topic, but we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Yeah, stop hitting people. All right, just stop hitting people in general. Whoever it is.
Yeah,
whoever it is, stop hitting them.
There's no reason for physical violence.
Stop being a barbarian.
All you gotta do is just walk off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick up your bags.
Dude, if I was dating a girl and she like swung at me over some stupid argument, it'd be over. I'd be like, oh, you're a barbarian. You're a cave woman. Get the fuck out. I wouldn't even be attracted.
I'll do you one better. I'm calling the police. I'm not. Hey, this is the thing. See, I'm not against. You know what I mean? What is it? I'm not against using the same tools that women have. I'm not going to go serve a night in the pokey. You know what I mean? Because I got into a physical altercation with a woman who maybe beat the shit out of me and I didn't touch her. Yeah. Now I'm in the pokey, right? Yeah. I'll call the fuzz. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to lose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from this perspective I'm sitting in right now. Like, I would immediately call the police on you. Yeah. You are going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I apologize.
I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Police. This is the thing though.
Because domestic disputes, when shit goes down like that, right? Yeah. And the police get informed, right? Yeah. It's a lot less likely that the police show up with the intentions of taking the woman to jail. Yeah. They show up thinking we're going in to grab this dude off this woman. Yeah. That's just how society is built it. You know what I mean?
But this is the thing too. Male or female, an abuser, first of all, they don't usually stop. It usually keeps going. Right?
Oh, it's and
constant. Then also, oftentimes they will escalate it. And that's why like abusers, a lot of times, like if a spouse kills their spouse, like there's a history of abuse there.
For sure.
Right? So with the woman, like if I was going to stay with the woman that was like hitting me when we'd argue and shit like that, in my eyes, I'm thinking like, well, eventually if we have an even bigger fight, you're going to go to the kitchen, get the biggest knife you can find and stab me 38 times as I'm telling you to stop. Right. You know, knock it off as I'm getting fucking stabbed.
Get your hands off me!
Yeah, because I still might not hit her because like I just not really.
But you're calling her every single bitch under the book. Don't lie.
By then she'd be getting called. Yeah. No, but like that's the thing. So like you gotta. We got to empower people to like leave your abuser soon. As hard as that is, you know what I mean?
There's no coming back.
I've never been in it, but like I know from what everyone says, it's really hard to leave an abusive situation.
There are changes that people can make and strides that can change a relationship after something has happened. Yeah. There are people that can change. Yeah. But my whole thing,
it depends how like frequently it is, though.
That's true. That's true. I mean? And what induces it? Is it drug related? Is it you know what I mean?
Is it dinner wasn't ready?
Right.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Then it's like, all right, just get out of there.
Yeah, yeah. Is the gravy too salty for the potatoes? Right. Yeah. But like with your thing with the knife thing, right? Yeah. Like I understand that, but see, my thing is, I don't think she's gonna pull a knife one day. Yeah. I think in my head, right, and this is how fucking this is the crooked mind of Avery. I think it's going to get abusive, and she's going to eventually call the police on me. So let me get that shit out the way. Let me get that out the way before she drops a dime on me and says I did something that I did not do. Yeah. So I've Yeah. But
all right, so since we just finished this topic, next week we're gonna have to dive into that. Our next episode, because I might not be here next week. He might have to do it solo. We don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But we have to get into how for certain things the stakes are a lot higher for like men versus women. I have some good thoughts on this, and I meant to bring that up today for today's topic, and I totally forgot to write it down. But I'm writing it down.
I mean,
now.
Do you know the courses? Do you know the courses that people have to take? Do you know how much time and money you have to devote when you catch a domestic violence case? Yeah. It's fucking retarded. I will call the police. Yeah, I'm not going to your pokey. I'm not. So we're gonna leave it at that.
There's some shit that went viral. It's gonna be a good topic. I think it's gonna be exciting.
Wonderful.
All right?
Wonderful.
Giants just lost
6-4. When you walked in, it was 6-1, so they made a little comeback.
At least the offense finally got sparked a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But let's give
I'll be at the game tomorrow if anyone wants to say hi.
Hi. Go on to Facebook, like, subscribe, Humble Finessors.
Yeah. At Humble Finessors. It's it says it right down there.
Yeah. Instagram, Humble Finessors.
All of
like,
it.
Subscribe. Just, you know what I mean? Go
All
across the board.
Smoke signals, just put
you
it
know
out
what I mean? If you feel like I've said anything, if you feel like I'm a snitch, because I call the fuzz on because I'm a battered, spouse.
You fat
You're
fuck
fucking
snitch.
right, I will. But we're gonna sign off.
All right,
we bid you adieu.
Humble Finessors 41.
41 in the books.
All right. Oops, that didn't play. Don't hit your spouse. Don't hit your girlfriend. Don't hit your
all
kids.
kinds of fucking
Don't hit your
clerical
dogs.
errors, dude. All kinds of errors, dude. What's going on?
Stop hitting people.
Errors, dude.
A lot of
Get
errors.
your shit in
I'm
order.
sorry.